What is nobody ever prepared for? Watching a parent slowly slip away. I'm currently holding the hand of my dying mother. 2 weeks ago she had a massive stroke. She is currently in a coma-like state in a hospice facility. She will never recover, just slowly slip away a little more every day. It pains me to see her in this current state. I talk to her, as if she was normal, as they say hearing is the last sense you lose. I reassure her everything is okay, and there is nothing to worry about, but I leave the room sometimes just to cry. Sudden disability. It's been almost a decade, and I still don't feel like I fully grasp it, and how it changes everything lol. I'm 19. I had a cardiology appointment last month for my seemingly stable heart defect. Doc said all was well, and I went on my way. The day after I got a call at 8:30 in the morning. The doctor says he missed something the day before. Well, turns out my artificial aorta is distended, and I need open heart surgery again. As a plus, I can't lift anything heavier than a book bag anymore. Lifting puts too much pressure on my heart, and it could kill me if I keep lifting heavy shaped tons. I'm 19. I was going to start a lawn care company man. F@K. I liked working landscaping and lawn care. I had really great experience with it, and now it's just sent through my fingertips. Edit. I just wanted to say thanks for all the kind words I received here, and for all the advice. For those who were wondering, I'm actually a university student. I'm in an honors math and economics program, but after I learned of my heart problems I decided to withdraw and take another year off. I'll be back next fall though. My plan was to start a small lawn care company and work that during the summers, but alas, that's kind of gone up in smoke. Anyways, you have to play with the cards you're dealt, so now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for more information from my cardiologist. I'd like to get an office position at a shop or a landscaping company, because then I'm still working in the industry that I liked, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm still processing it all and exploring my options. Again, thank you to all who commented. Also, my cardiologist said I'm definitely not going to die, so that's a plus. Unexpected layoffs. You'll never feel safe at work ever again. Close bracket. What's weird is, even if you don't get laid off, but your peers do, you get the same feeling you're talking about, not trying to marginalize how much worse it is for the actual laid off people or anything, but I've survived a couple of these where I work, and it is frankly still terrifying to me. The loss of a sibling. I lost my brother a couple months ago, and while he was sick we never saw his passing as a reality. It hit the whole family like a truck. None of us are the same and likely will never be the same. The family dynamic has completely changed. The roles we had filled for the past 30 years all shifted. We're all adrift. We're all flailing. We're all seeking to fill the void of his presence. No amount of accepting it will change these things. There is a void in our family that only he could fill. We were not, are not, and will not be prepared for dealing with it without him. Edit. I'm trying to respond to everyone that is commenting on this. I'm sorry for everyone else who has experienced this loss, and thank you all for the kind words. We need to talk. My mom refuses to see why this statement worries me. Those words make you think of literally every defcon scenario you can think of. As a teen it made me think she found a way to get my browser history. Now I just think she's going to tell me she has cancer or something. But then she just asks me to buy something for the dinner she's making. My bosses are the same way. They think it's fine to send an email, no subject, that just says come see me in my office. Been working here a year, and I'm still not used to it. Burying their child. I have a few stories, but anyway you cut it. Some of the most rational people I know have buried their own kids and I don't think anything before or after. No level of therapy can make you the same again. A family friend's son was basically executed because his roommate was selling weed, and some assholes decided to kill them for all of a couple ounces of F-G marijuana. A decade later, they put on a face, but you can tell they are still just going through the motions. It's heartbreaking. There's nothing you can say that I'm sure they haven't already heard 1,000 times from well-wishing friends/family. It'll just never be the same. My neighbor is in her 70s, and she has had all 3 of her children die. From what I gather, 1 in childhood and the other 2 in early adulthood. Her husband died last year and now she has no living family. I can't imagine the heartache she lives through every day. Forgetting how family members who have passed away sounded/smelled. It's been 5, almost 6 years now since I lost my brother, and while I still remember his smell, I can no longer remember his voice. I was going through old box messages the other day just cleaning them out, and found a voice message from my bro the day he died. All the message was urine at SHOLE. I'll be out of work late. Talk to you later. He never made it to work, nor did we talk later. Death. There's nothing in life that can prepare you for someone's sudden and permanent absence from your life. Never being able to talk to that person again. I love and miss you, mom. Lost my mum 4 days ago. Just realized today she will never call me on the phone again, and I can never call her. Everyone call your parents. Alzheimer's is also horrible, but I don't see how that prepares you for when someone significant in your life dies. I lost my mom 2 months ago. I miss her every day. The last month of her being alive she wasn't able to speak due to the fact that she was on a ventilator. She was dying for 3 months, and for 3 months I had a mother that was so sick she couldn't remember my hospital visits, and I still wasn't prepared for her death. It doesn't sound that hard when you say it out loud, but once they're gone, they're gone. There is never going to be another moment where that person will get to talk to you, or where you will get to hug that person again. I had 3 months to prepare, and I couldn't. I don't think it's possible. You can't prepare for someone to be gone until they're gone in my mind. Sorry, I'm sure I'm rambling during most of this. The feelings of your first true heartbreak. That felt like nothing I've ever felt before. Couldn't eat or sleep for a week and the effects have lasted months after. I've had love before, but it took me till 28 to truly feel heartbreak like this. The first time you go to jail. Aside from the oh-shit feeling you have about whatever landed you there, there's the realization that you can't leave. It sounds really obvious, but think about it. In the vast majority of places and situations you find yourself in, you can leave. It might not be wise, it might not be right, and it might have consequences, but you have that option. You're used to having so many possibilities in your day-to-day that you don't really think about it until it gets taken away. You mostly get used to it with time, but nobody is prepared the first time. The realization that you can't leave. You are right. It is so simple and most people can't relate to it, or have never conceived of it. That was the worst part of being locked up, that and life just passes you by in there. I'd hear about holidays, and birthdays and sick ass parties and phone calls, and letters from home. But you are just there. It sucks. Another thing that sucked, during intake, and then sequestration in solitary, to clear medical like TB test etc. I kept getting phantom phone vibrations, as if my phone was in my pocket. The pants they gave us in solitary didn't even have pockets. Winning the Mega Millions/Billions lottery. I've read many stories about how it ruined people's lives. You really need to realize that when it happens you will be alone after that. You can't trust your family or friends. Shade tea. Even spouses might not want to be with you once they know they can get some money and disappear. I think the people who cope best with it are those who are loners and smart enough to go to a lawyer first thing. When the vet informs you that your beloved pet needs to be put to sleep because of an inoperable tumor. Had to do this. Hardest thing I've ever done. And kept wondering for a while after if I'd given up too soon, if she wasn't as bad off as I assumed/feared she was. That last weekend with her, seeing her do all her familiar, beloved behaviors, knowing I was seeing her do them for the last time, knowing I was going to make her leave the world at the end of that weekend, in-home Sunday mobile vet app, so at least no hauling her to the vet, worth every penny, was a special kind of hell. Finding out that after 7 years the girl you thought you'd spend your life with not only didn't love you for who knows how long, but that she also subtlety gaslighted you and broke your mind. Every day I find a new situation where I hesitate because her negative judgmental words echo in my head. I find myself believing that everyone hates being around me or that none of the things I care about matter. No one is prepared to suddenly find out that your own mind is your greatest enemy. The suicide of someone with depression. You always hear, they seemed fine, or I never knew they were depressed, because a lot of times people dealing with mental health issues such as depression don't usually show that side to the rest of the world. Even high profile suicides like Robin Williams, Anthony Bourdain, etc. come as a surprise to many as well. Please subscribe. Goodbye.